Good fucking day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have got another reaction for you today, one I'm very excited about. That is right, Sleep Token have decided to bless us with another offering, Damocles. This serves as a follow-up to Emergence and Caramel, however you fucking say it. It serves as a follow-up to those, and serves to be also the latest single for the upcoming album, Even in Arcadia, which, if I'm not mistaken, is due out everywhere. I always forget this, I don't know why. May 9th, so we are getting very close. May 9th, it's getting there. We're fucking close. Previously on the channel, I have talked about both of those singles, Caramel and Emergence, and Caramel just edged out Emergence by a little bit because I just loved that, I just loved the instrumentation and the lyrical content a little bit more. Whereas, and I really loved the idea behind Caramel, right? Whereas it was talking about, Vessel and his, to me, I'm a little bad at interpreting lyrics, but just his overall, frustration with what's going on, with everyone trying to basically pull Tobias Forge in him and unmask him, figure out who he is and everything, not just focusing on the fucking music, which, to me, that's what makes Sleep Token so fucking special, is their music. Like, they just, they don't limit themselves, right? They are not afraid to push boundaries, take one genre, this genre here, that have no business being together, and somehow making it fucking work, right? It absolutely just works amazingly for them, right? They, they have their haters, they have their detractors, they have their Swifties, the people that are beyond loyal, and then you just got the casual listener like me. I love what they do. Am I gonna get upset if somebody talks shit about them? No. People are entitled to their fucking opinion. But we're gonna go ahead and check this out, and let's see what it is all about.
Oh, I've been waking up
another visualizer. Let's just focus on the music.
Days if only Damocles would hit me back. No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into
oh my god, I love the piano.
From outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I
that
can
piano though?
Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get
oh
up
no.
tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Oh no, you won't, Vessel. You will not be forgotten, I promise. Oh, that guitar is so fucking beautiful right there.
Well, I know I should be touring. I know these chords are boring, but I can't always be killing the game. No golden grand pianos or voices from the shadows will do anything but feel the same. And it feels like falling into the deep from somewhere way up over the peaks.
It's almost a cry for help, man.
Days on repeat until the day runs out on me. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the
absolutely beautiful, those guitars just work so well.
when the empire falls, wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Nobody told me I'd be begging for relief when what is silent to you feels like it's screaming to me. When nobody told me I'd get tired of myself when it falls.
God, that
How
piano
will I
though.
know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
God, this is fucking beautiful. Vessel, who hurt you, my man? We do not deserve you, Vessel. Alright, I'm willing to bet there's gonna be another teaser thing, so let's bring that up. God, that piano though. Fucking beautiful. I don't even know how to play piano, but I want to learn so I can play this. Wait for it. Oh, oh. There we go. Um, yeah, so I'm really trying to figure out if there's some sort of story behind what is going on with this. Because the first one, it was just emergence, and it was like that, like, it's a single, like, I guess, knight or something like that, or warrior. And I really didn't get a chance to pay attention to that one too much. But then when I did Caramel, I actually really focused on this one, on the ending of this one too, of the ending of that one. Excuse me, can't brain right now. That this song actually emotionally fucked me up a little bit. I'll explain in a minute. And it was just like a group of warriors fighting some sort of like something, or or something was attacking a group of warriors. Now it looks like a group of warriors are. It almost looks like if you look right up here, like there's a single lone figure up there who everyone else down here is trying to reach and attack him. So either this is someone they're trying to overthrow, or he's trying to prevent them from overthrowing him. Something to that nature. I have no idea. I'm not good with figuring out these kind of things like that. Realistically, I'm not. Ooh, wow, that was fucking something else. Yeah. I don't. I always say I'm not really good at analyzing lyrics, but you don't have to be a fucking genius to figure out what's going on in this one. One thing I've always loved and really respected about Vessel is his ability to whatever he is feeling, just convey it, right? Like he doesn't, in his means of conveying it too. Such amazing references and beautiful references how to of expressing himself. And this one right here, this whole song was just, now that I think about it, Damocles, the reference, right? If I'm not mistaken, Damocles was, I believe he was a Roman like figure of vengeance, and if an emperor or whoever, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Please to point it out. My Greco-Roman history is a little rusty. I'm mainly into European and that kind of thing, but um, the idea was if you had the sword of Damocles, the idea of the sword of Damocles, you had that constant pressure on you of Damocles coming for you, right? So that meant pressure all the time. And, you know, Vessel, Sleep Token and Vessel, whoever the hell else the rest of the band is, they do have this pressure on them, right? Because they have such a loyal fan base, they want to obviously, keep happy. And then they have this other side of the fucking house of people who just absolutely hate their guts, and they either A, want to prove them wrong, or B, want to try and convert them to be a fan. Not convert them, but just to show them that, hey, we're being serious about what we're doing here. There's no need to hate us. And with that, all that pressure right there, just, it, like, fuck it. I got the lyrics. I Somebody was gracious enough to actually comment the lyrics over here, actually. Um, like, yeah, and then the no alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing, like, that to me it sounds like he has this fear that he's not going to leave a legacy behind, or that he's not going to be remembered in some way or another. Because if you look at all these cultures around the world, their heroes and everything, their greatest heroes, or even their biggest, most notorious, villains had their faces carved and everything like that. Look at all the Roman emperors and everything like that. Look at, all the runic carvings of all the Nordic warriors throughout the years. They all got, carvings and everything like that. All the statues of all the, people around the world. It's like a reference to that, really. That's how I feel like. It's a fear of, like, if he doesn't have one of those, not in the sense of literal, but like he's gonna be forgotten. Like, in the chorus itself, talking about when the river runs dry and the curtain is called. Like, it just, to me, it sounds like it sound God, this has got some real vibes of like someone who's dealt with some mental trauma, mental illness, depression, that kind of thing. And this particular moment, that's hitting a little hard for me right now. I'll explain after I'm done with this deep dive here. Normally I don't do this, but this one I was able. It spoke to me. I can't understand it, and like the whole, and then like the sense of burnout. Like, you could tell with the sense of burnout, talking about like the chords are boring and everything. You should be touring and whatnot. Like it's like almost like you're just burnt out, but you're still just doing it anyway. Like, no one wants to do that. And then, to me, what like spoke to me the most was the line about, I'll just read it actually. Nobody told me I'd be begging for relief. Like that is just, a mental cry for help, right? A mental health cry for help, like, just like, that's some suffering right there that, it's in plain sight, but we just can't see it. Just that, just overall, like, the song itself is, while instrumentally it is absolutely beautiful, right? Lyrically, it's just so sad. Like, it's like he has this fear of, like, being forgotten. Like, his legacy is not going to be cemented or something like that, or whoever. It could be either telling a story of someone, like maybe from a concept of who this album might be about, or this is Vessel's own personal experiences that he's dealing with right now. And, just like I said, he does have this pressure on him. And I can only imagine that leading to, depression, burnout, mental health issues, and everything like that. And, like, especially for me right now, dealing with, unfortunately, I found out yesterday, a really good friend of mine from years, for the past many years, since almost 10 years now, took his own life the other night. And, it was just, yeah, it's this, it's really, especially when I hear the idea of, like, when, about depression and everything like that, and mental cry, you never see it coming. And with Vessel right now, I really hope that he's doing good, honestly. I get it. He has got the weight of the world on his shoulders right now, especially with this album coming up and everything like that. And for all we know, he could be doing, hopefully he's doing amazing, and this is just things he felt in the past right here. But I can only imagine still the amount of pressure that he has on him to try and make this album what in the to be the vision that he wants it to be. He's an artist. He has a vision, and you know, to a point I can kind of relate with that, being a musician myself. Just, if something doesn't turn out exactly the way you want it, it's like, fuck, like, it's fucking stressful, right? Even in our day-to-day lives, if you go to do something and it's not how you want it to be exactly, or how somebody else wants it to be, you're not only trying to meet your own expectations, but meet other people's expectations as well. It's fucking stressful, and it just downright leads to, anxiety, depression, that kind of fucking thing here. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna get too far into that fucking realm of the scope right there. I'll leave that to an actual psychologist. I'm a student of psychology. I'm still learning it, but that's just, but yeah, overall, as far as, like I said, the lyrics sad but hopeful, right? The instruments though, oh my god, they were fucking beautiful. It was everything I wanted it to fucking be. Like with the previous two songs, it had that mix of, it had a mix of, some real fucking heaviness, and then it had a mix of other things in there, like Caramel had, like that reggae kind of beat in it, and then it kind of, transitioned into very droning, doomy, fucking breakdown heaviness, right? This one right here was just a very beautiful, amazing metal ballad right here. It piano opened it up and everything, and then just the verse of the piano just was absolutely fucking amazing. And I know I'm saying fuck a lot right now. Somebody commented in one of my last videos that I say it too much. It might imply that I'm slow or something like that or bad education, but I fucking say it a lot because sometimes it's just a way of I don't know what to say. And with this song, I feel that way. Like, um, it was, and then the way it transitioned, you got that tease of the sort of acoustic, softer guitars, and then it is led into just that. It was a real simple riff. Just it wasn't too heavy. It was heavy, but not brutally heavy or droning, dooming, crushingly heavy. It was fitting for it right there, right? And it just worked so well. And then his vocals came out and wasn't a single harsh vocal in there, and it wasn't needed. It was beautiful the way it was. It was so fucking soulful and beautiful. And if I had to between the three songs that like came out already, if I had to rank them, I'm putting this one number one, Caramel number two, and Emergence number three. Like this one's an easy number one, all right? I'm sorry it is. I'm a sucker for a ballad, right? I was raised on 80s hair bands and they always have the best ballads and that just translated over. This one right here, absolutely fucking amazing, just ballad right here. Um yeah. I don't know, this 10 out of 10 scale. I'm gonna give it a fair 10, honestly, but like realistically, I want to give it like a 15. Like and it's not gonna be for everyone, right? Some people just don't like, some people just don't like songs that are like this. Some people just don't like Sleep Token. Like, they have their haters, they have their casual fans, the fans that really do enjoy their music. And then you have their Swifties over here, the ones that are gonna, they're sleepies, I guess we can call them, that are gonna defend them loyally. And if you don't like Sleep Token, you are wrong. Slow the motor, dude. Just either you like them or you don't like them. Let's leave it at that, right? But hey, this is gonna be my longest fucking video to date. I just could not fucking. Finally, for once in my life, lyrics spoke to me in a way I could fucking understand it, and it was amazing, actually. And with that and dealing with my own mental health issues I've dealt with over the years, it just maybe that's why it spoke to me so much. But that is all I have got for you. I'm gonna leave this alone now and let you interpret how you see fit. You might have entirely different. You might agree with me. You might think I'm an idiot. Hey, it's up to you. All right. That's the beauty about music. We interpret it as we see fit, or how we interpret it just in general. But I'm gonna go and get off here now. I'm gonna go play some more Oblivion because I gotta cheer myself up now. But if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. They'll be down here somewhere. And until the next video, peace.